Most people's minds are filled with constant chatter. If the chatter is not controlled, negative thoughts begin to dominate. People are much more concerned with what they fear, with what oppresses or displeases them. The human psyche has developed over a period of thousands of years under the influence of destructive pendulums, which have kept people in a condition of fear so that they can be manipulated. As a result, people tend to have a very clear idea of what they do not want, and yet have a very vague idea of what they do want. To align your will with a negative thought machine means to play the game of a destructive pendulum and radiate energy at its resonant frequency. This is a very detrimental habit. It is entirely in your interest to replace it with the habit of consciously controlling your thoughts. You must replace the habit of letting your mind run loose with negativity with the habit of consciously controlling your thoughts on the positive by focusing on what you want. Whenever your mind is unoccupied, when you are traveling, going for a walk, or doing work that does not require deep concentration, make sure you program yourself to think positive thoughts. Do not think about what you've been unable to achieve. Think about what you want to achieve, and you will achieve it. For example, if you do not like the house you're living in, you'll probably say to yourself, "I'm sick and tired of this house. Everything about it irritates me. I'll be so happy when I move to a new place. I can't help it. I just hate it." With thoughts such as these, there is no way that you could possibly receive what you want. Even if you're definitely moving to a new home, you can be sure that huge disappointments await you. Okay, you say, but I'm still leaving this old shed and moving to a luxurious mansion. What disappointments could possibly await me? Well, the greater your disdain for the home you currently live in, the more unpleasant surprises you can expect to experience in your new palace. You can expect all sorts of problems. A leaking tap, peeling paint, crumbling walls, pestering neighbors, in short, anything that maintains the parameters of your current negativity. It makes no difference whether you're living in the old house or the new one. The old space has no shortage of luxurious homes where you will feel like you're living in hell. If you have nowhere else to move to, you are all the more likely to stay living in a place you cannot bear because your thoughts are unlikely to be attuned to the frequency of a lifeline which you are successful in finding the house of your dreams. You're currently thinking about the things that you do not like and consequently radiating negative energy which matches the lifeline you are on now. Until you change the vibration of your energy, you'll just have to keep putting up with the same line. Changing your vibration, however, is not that difficult to do. First of all, accept the current situation and let go of feelings of dissatisfaction and resentment. If you try, you can find little causes for joy in any situation. Even if you do not like your house, be grateful to it for having taken you in and looked after you. There may be wind and rain outside, but the house takes it all for you, keeping you warm and safe. Surely the house at least deserves some recognition. If in this moment you're thankful for what you have and feel love for all the things that are helping you to survive, you will radiate positive energy. Then, if you so desire, you can quite realistically expect an improvement in your circumstances. When you finally do move, make a point of thanking everything that surrounded you in your previous home. Even the things you plan to throw away deserve your gratitude. In these moments, you are transmitting positive energy into the environment, which will return to you later. Secondly, start thinking about the house you would like to have. This is a little harder to do than simply being irritated by the things that surround you right now, but the goal is worth it. What is better, to react to every external irritation or to make a little effort and change your habits? Look through estate agency advertisements with photographs of houses, go window shopping in search of furniture and decorations, and live the thoughts of what you want to have. We always end up getting the things and situations which our thoughts are most strongly attached to. In other words, our thoughts always come back to us like a boomerang. There are so many examples that illustrate how a negative attitude can ruin your life. Imagine that you're getting ready to go on holiday in the south, but the weather where you live right now is terrible. You walk outside, cringing from the cold wind and getting soaked in the rain. Naturally, it's difficult to deduce much pleasure from this type of weather, but you can at least take a neutral standpoint and ignore the potentially destructive pendulum associated with it. If you openly express your displeasure, you're accepting the pendulum and pushing it to swing higher. So you say to yourself, soon I'll be in the south, enjoying the sunshine and warm sea, so screw this dump. This type of attitude is hardly likely to attune you to a lifeline filled with heavenly pleasures. You will just not get there. Do not be lulled into a false sense of security simply because you've already bought your ticket. You could easily arrive to more bad weather or some other issue, but everything will turn out fine as long as you stay positive. It's not enough to avoid absorbing negative energy, you also need to stop emitting it. If you snap at someone out of irritation, you'll soon face another annoyance or problem. The negative energy you release aligns with lifelines filled with frustration and misfortune, pulling you toward them. Don't justify your reaction by thinking it was unavoidable. Instead, observe how every negative response is followed by another unpleasant event. One very clear conclusion can be drawn from all that has been said previously. You are always on a lifeline that represents the quality of your energetic vibration. If you take in negative energy, you will experience disappointments in your life, and if you give out negative energy, it will return to you like a boomerang in the form of disappointment.